Hey, hey, hey! Oh my goodness, welcome. I'm so excited to see some people are on live this Sunday. I want to welcome you guys, and I also want to take a moment to thank you for spending 30 minutes of your Sunday with me. Honestly, a lot of people want to have life transformations. They want to see improvements in their health and in their fitness, but very few people will take the time to invest in themselves a little bit just to learn and to grow. So thank you and freaking congratulations, because those of you that took this time are amazing. And even if you're right now listening to the replay, good for you, because you actually made an effort to show up for yourself today and to learn these 5 big mistakes to avoid when starting your fitness journey. Woohoo! I'm so excited. So we're going to dive right into this, you guys. And I'm going to share just an overview right now of what you're going to learn today. And number one, you're going to feel confident to successfully transform your body and health. You, not anybody else. You're not going to be looking to me for answers. You're not going to be Googling it anymore. You're going to know exactly what you need to do to get into the best health of your life. That should pump you up. You're also going to learn how to avoid the biggest mistakes that most people make when they're getting started on their fitness journey, even in the kind of intermediate phases where they're trying to progress. That the things that are going to lead to injury, burnout, and failure are the things you absolutely want to know. You're going to learn them today, and then you're going to also learn how to start now. If it's your time and you're ready, you're going to learn how to get going. So hopefully you're pumped about that, because I am. Listen, the number one question that I get from every client, every prospect, every person that's following me in the fitness world, they ask me, what should I do or not do to get started and see results? Because let's be honest, when you get started, you want to know how you're going to get results, right? And you want to know, what should I do? What should I do? Well, after today, you are going to have the answers to those questions. Fair? Awesome. I'm glad, because that's really important. You're in the right place, my friend, if you haven't started your fitness journey, because you're lacking that confidence or clarity, right? In how to start and how to get going. You're amongst friends right now. You're in the right place if you've tried fitness programs before, but you couldn't stick with it. For some reason, it got too hard, or it led to something else, you got distracted, demotivated, or whatever. You're in the right place. I'm going to help you understand why that probably happened to you. And you're in the right place if you had to stop exercise due to injury. Maybe it was illness, fatigue, or just simply lack of motivation. But now you're ready to get back on track. Okay, so hopefully you fall into some of those categories. And just to let you guys know, I'm going to enable the chat after this so that I don't get distracted by your questions, because I'm absolutely going to be answering questions after this brief presentation. All right. Okay. Now, at the end, as well as asking questions, I have a bonus for you. It's a secret, but I'll give you a little sneak peek. It's going to be access to one of my private training groups for free. So I really want you guys to stick around till the end and understand more about that, because I know that my time is precious. Time is limited for everyone, and this is huge. So stick around to learn about that. And that's a bonus for staying and listening to this content, because you need it. And this is just a brief overview of what I'm going to really break down for you, right? The 5 biggest mistakes that I see happening for people and why they're not getting the results that they want. They're thinking more exercise time is better when they're starting out. They think most fitness programs are all equal. Hey, I'm just going to try this or this or this. I don't know. One of them's got to work. It worked for my girlfriend. It should work for me. Or not thinking about your recovery plan. Thinking, oh, that's just for extra, right? Stretching is for losers or something. Like, that's just if you have time. I'm going to tell you why that's a mistake. Being unaware of the lie you keep telling yourself. You're gonna love that one. And forgetting the golden rule for success. I'm gonna teach you all of these in the next 15, 20 minutes, because this is gonna be quick, sweet, and you guys are gonna freaking soak it up and love it, okay? All right, so here is the thing. I'm going to get personal with you for a second. I had a huge aha moment after I had Luca, right? I had this awakening, because for the majority of my life, I've been healthy, I've been fit. Since I broke my leg in high school, I had never really been in that beginner phase of my fitness journey until I had Luca. And I felt such a lack of energy. I felt like everything was challenging. Even going for walks felt challenging. I felt like a complete newbie, weak, deconditioned. And, I realized that there was very little out there in the fitness world for the newbie, for the person just getting started. I saw a lot of stuff for the fit to get fitter, but not a lot of stuff for the newbie. And I realized that, wow, that's really, really a very vulnerable time. And it's the most important time that we are successfully getting going, right? And so I literally had to take all my knowledge as an exercise physiologist, as a personal trainer and fitness expert for years, and start to ease myself back into the programs and get myself, rebuilding my strength, my energy, my stamina. And I just started creating my own plan. And I realized, wow, I don't just see a need for this, I feel the need. So I feel you. If wherever you are right now in your journey, I feel you and I felt it. And I wanted to create something that was going to help people. So I started creating this kind of content to start educating more people about how to get going. And my entire life's work has been about helping people live and feel healthy, strong, and confident. That's why Pop Sugar brought me onto their team 7 years ago, because our passion for changing lives was so aligned in the way that we wanted to change lives and help people that over the years, we've been able to change thousands of lives every month, year, and it's just ongoing. And it's so amazing, right? But when I came to them and I said, there is a need for the beginner. There's a need that we can really truly help somebody get started on their fitness journey, to take action, to start learning what it means to get healthy, get strong, and not feel burnt out, not be overwhelmed. And they said, okay, we'll do this with you. And we created 21 days to kickstart your fitness. This is something I am so proud of, guys, and you'll learn more about this. But today, what you should be excited about is you're going to learn about every tool I put into this program, so you can go ahead and take those tools and use them in your own life, okay? Because that's what's most important, is that you don't start, fail, that you actually get started and you succeed, okay? So let's jump in. Let's jump into the first mistake, okay? The first mistake is thinking that more time is better. And this is really, really important. So get out your journals, get out your notebook, because I'm going to have some questions for you. And I'm going to actually have you do a little note taking, evaluating where you're at with this, right? Because so many people that just get started, they just think, oh, you know what? If I'm not going hard, if I'm not going to the gym for an hour, then I'm not doing enough. And the whole quote, go hard or go home, is for athletes, not for beginners. If you ever played sports and you went out under the night lights, or you showed up to your championship game, you stepped onto that field thinking, I'm going to go freaking hard, or I better just go home now. Because that's what athletes say. They've been preparing for that championship game for months, for the whole season. It's the complete opposite for a beginner, right? A beginner is just stepping onto the field for the first time. They don't need to go hard. They need to start, right? And so that is really important for beginners and those just kickstarting their fitness journey to understand. Do not compare yourself to every other person that's been working out for months or years and says, hey, you got to do this. Hey, you should be doing this. No. They're not your coach. You're going to be able to teach and educate them on the process, right? After this. And I want to allow you to understand one very valuable point here in fitness is that the fastest results come in the beginning of your journey. So whether you're doing 10 minutes or 30 minutes or 60 minutes, if you're doing 10 minutes, you're doing more than you were doing before. Your body is actually going to change dramatically more in those first few weeks of your program than they will 8 months from now, because your body gets more and more conditioned over time. So you have to actually kick it into higher and higher gears as you get more fit and conditioned. But the fastest changes happen right in the beginning. So you don't have to do that much. You don't have to go for so long. You can ease your way into it. And I want you to think right now, if you have this question, how long should I be exercising for? Well, I'll tell you. If You want a simple formula. I believe you add about 10 to 30 minutes based on how much you're doing now. But not just how much you're doing now occasionally, how much you're doing now consistently. I've got this quote that says, it's not about what you do occasionally, it's about what you do consistently. And that's really, really important and powerful to remember, you guys. Okay, so think about that right now. How often have you been consistently working out for maybe it's 10 minutes? Well, maybe then you start to consistently work out for 20. If you haven't been working out consistently at all, maybe you start working out consistently for 10 minutes. And then what you do is you start to increase intensity, which is like the difficulty level. And then you can increase duration, which is the number of minutes you're working out. So you don't have to start hard. You start slow. You're going to see big changes when you even start slow. And then as you start to feel good and you figure out what can I do consistently, then you start increasing some intensity. Maybe you do a more difficult program. Maybe you add a few more minutes to it. And that's going to be the way you get even more conditioned and stronger. So think about that in your own life right now so that you're not going to get burnt out. You're not going to feel completely exhausted from fitness. That's the problem when most people start out too hard and they go too long. They are exhausted. Fitness should give you energy, guys, not take it from you. So if you're finding that after every workout, you don't really have that boost, that endorphin rush that runners talk about, you're like, oh my God, that was so hard. I have nothing left. You might be going too hard too soon. Okay? I hope that makes tons of sense to you because listen, slow and steady wins the race. And it's not sexy. For the majority of people in the world today, patience isn't sexy. We want things now. We want things immediately. We're getting that instant gratification all over the place. But health is a lifelong journey. So you want to start right so that you can last forever. I think about our kids who are growing up because I have this 1-year-old now and I'm like, oh my God, he's not talking yet. He's not feeding himself yet. He's not going to the bathroom on his own yet. Am I expecting him to get there tomorrow? No. I'm letting him do it at his own pace because he's got his whole life to do that stuff. And he's learning. That's like every beginner in their fitness journey. They're learning. They're developing the skills and the stamina and the strength. And I'm not going to tell my 1-year-old to like, hey, I'm going to stop teaching you words. I'm going to stop feeding you because you can't freaking figure it out on your own. That's what you're doing to yourself when you're saying, if you're not working out for 60 minutes, it ain't freaking worth it. You better just go to bed. That's not the way to get yourself there. For the lifelong journey that you have, remember, you got to be patient with yourself. You got to be consistent and give yourself that time to ease into it. Deal? Awesome. Mistake number 2. We're jumping right into 2. It's picking the wrong program. Listen, not all fitness programs are created equal. And whether you know that now or not, I'm going to extend why, because that's the deal. It's like some programs are appropriate and some programs just wait, okay? Just wait on them, especially high impact programs or heavy lifting type programs, right? Programs that have a lot of plyos. I think I might have paused for a second there. Programs that have a lot of plyos, have a lot of impact, a lot of jumping. That could be like HIIT training or running or any kind of like jumping. That's something that's high impact. And that's going to be hard on your body in the beginning because your joints are going to pay the price. Listen, your muscles are like shocks for your joints. And when you're doing jumping, when you're doing high impact on your body and your muscles aren't yet trained or strong enough to really kind of absorb the shock of impact, your joints get all of that beautiful impact and it hurts and it feels like crap and you don't want to do it. Even people that have been exercising for years might feel like high impact isn't right for them. So they modify. And that's good because they feel it in their joints. And you don't want that to be the place you feel it. Your muscles need to absorb that shock. I think about it as like a car that's driving down a dirt road with a bunch of bumps. And this car has like the worst shocks ever. It's like an old old Cadillac that's just like has no shocks at all. That feels horrible. That's what's happening to a newbie's body when they're starting all this jumping and impact training. It's not good, and that's going to lead to injury. That's going to lead to things that just ache and don't feel right. Okay. Same thing with heavy lifting. Well, it's not the exact same thing, but with heavy lifting, you haven't really given your body the training to have the right form or the muscle memory or the joint integrity, which is like strengthening all the small muscle groups around the joints in order to protect your joints and your spine from injury. So when you're doing heavier lifting, you're vulnerable to pulls, to tears, to hernias, because it takes a little bit of time to start training your body how to have good form, how your muscles can remember to move in the right way, and how you create that joint integrity to protect your joints so that you don't have to slip a disc or you don't pop a shoulder or, like blow out a hip. So really think about right now, the key elements that are important for a beginner. And if it's in your program, if you're doing this, this is going to be very, very important, you guys, because it is everything when you're getting started to have the balance training in your program so that you gain that muscle memory, to have light to moderate resistance. It's either body weight or light resistance, like bands or free weights, because going heavy can be strenuous on your joints, put you at risk. You want to have cardio so that you're working on your cardiovascular health, core strengthening so that you're stabilizing with the right muscles. You want to work on your mobility and your recovery so that you're actually giving your muscles a break and you're giving them some time to recover after a workout. And I'll talk more about recovery in a couple seconds. Okay, so write these down. This is key. And the next time you work with a trainer, the next time you have a friend that says, do this program, or the next time somebody says like, oh, you should do this, you say, does it have some key elements here that I should be doing as a beginner? Because that's your check and balance right there. That's huge. Very, very key, very, very important. All right. And I want you to think about when you're picking the right program, you are literally building the strong foundation of your temple. Right? You would never go out and build something of value, which is your body, right? Your machine, on stilts. The Colosseum was built so solid that it's still standing today, thousands of years later, right? So you want to think about your body being that reliable machine for you, and you got to build a strong foundation. When you pick the right program as a newbie, you can always advance, trust me. But in the beginning, you got to be kind to yourself. You got to know not every program is for you in the beginning. Okay. And that's going to save you from a lot of failure, because a lot of people who do get injured, then they lose all the momentum because they have to stop. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. Now, this is the third mistake, the no recovery plan. I talk about this so much with my clients because they all want to skip all the recovery strategies and they don't care so much about it. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so good. I'm here with you to lecture you on this. And this is why it might feel like a lecture to you guys. But guys, this is the reason why most people get injured or they have pain. They've got these aches and pains, and when they talk about fitness, all they talk about is the pain that it provides to their joints, their back, their hip, their shoulder, their wrist, all these things. And it's really important that we start to recover and treat it as if it's just as important as the workout. It really is just as important as the workout, okay? Because it is so vital to how long, the longevity that you can sustain your fitness over the long term. And this requires stretching, foam rolling, and massage, okay? Now, if you've never heard of those things before, it's okay, right? But you really do want to start thinking about these and making sure they're in your program. And if you've never done it before, it's okay. But I recommend, if you're thinking right now, how often do I stretch? You should be stretching after every workout. I don't care how long, but I do. But you should be stretching, especially the muscles that you worked. Foam rolling. If this is new to you, go Google it. It's easy to find foam rolling stretches online. They're in our 21 Days to Kickstart Your Fitness program. And it is vital to do it at least once a week. If you're not doing it once a week, you're dropping the ball on how valuable this is for your joints. Because when you're foam rolling, it's like self-massage, and you're giving your muscles this release they've never felt before, and it is amazing. Okay. And then how often do you get a massage? So some people think that this is like a luxury. You know what? Massages are so good to your health. And it is going to be something that allows you to exercise and stay fit and keep growing your fitness and getting stronger and stronger. And you're doing it at least once a quarter or once a month. You know, my husband gets it every other week because he's had a back injury. So he knows if his back gets tense, it's going to create pain. So it's therapy for his body, right? And you got to make sure that if your body needs that in the beginning, you give it to your body, right? You've got to think about recovering just as much as you are pushing yourself. And that is going to be one of the most important things you guys learn from this whole presentation. It is the best thing you can do for yourself. All right. And, you know, in the end, I want you to think about treating your body like a well-oiled machine. It's going to take you far, right? Isn't it? I mean, it's not that rusty old lawnmower outside that you let sit in the rain every freaking weekend, where it's just getting worse and worse. When you exercise and you keep exercising, but you're not recovering at all, you're not stretching, you're not foam rolling, you're not getting massages, then it's almost just that compound effect. Pound, pound, pound your body without lengthening, without releasing, without opening. And when you do that, your body breaks down, and it will surely break down. So take that seriously. Write that down, make note, start going with those recovery techniques. It will change your life, my friend. All right, the fourth mistake, and I'm going to kind of get mental on you here, all right, because I feel like it's really important to also tackle those mental roadblocks and the mistakes that we make when we truly don't think about our health the way that we should, right? What the way you think dictates the way you will perform in your life. And if you don't think that if you don't think it's important to put things like health and fitness on your priority list, then it will ultimately bite you in the butt later on, right? What we value, we prioritize. So many people say, I've got more important things to do. I've got to get this done first. I got my whole list of to-dos. Guys, you've got to put health on your agenda. It is one of the most important things that you have. I talk about this on a deep, deep level with my clients, because if we don't get clear and have the right perspective on why we're adding fitness, why we're adding those 10 to 30 minutes of exercise a day, it's not a vanity battle, my friends. It's not about who looks better in tight jeans. It's not about who has the six pack and who doesn't. I'm talking about health. I'm talking about movement and mobility. And I'm talking about a lifelong journey for you without sickness, without disease. There are so many things that we can that can hold us back from living a good life. And health is that major factor. I want you to ask yourself this question. If you didn't have your health and you weren't able to do the things that you do in your life, who could do it for you? Who's going to replace you? How important are you to the people in your life, to the projects that you're working on, to the plans that you have for your kids or for your future? And it's not about going hard and going heavy every day. It's 10 minutes. It's low intensity. It's low impact. It's recovery stuff, right? This is your health. This is something that is going to allow you to live a long life of joy. And, it's up to you. It's really in your hands, right? So don't jeopardize your presence and your contribution to your family, to your community, and to the world at large by letting your health go. It doesn't take a lot, but it does take some effort to prioritize time for your health. And a lot of people are like, oh my God, I don't have time. I've got all this other stuff. You don't not have time. And you know that I'm right, because without your health, if you came down with some sickness today and it took you out of the game, yeah, no one can replace you. You are irreplaceable, my friend. And the moment you value that more than you value the laundry basket, or going out to the bar, or going in, picking flowers, or I don't know. I mean, we all got agendas. You guys can greatly give, serve, and lead when you're healthy, right? Super important. Now, we're going to go into mistake number 5. This is huge, and this is kind of on top, and this is forgetting the golden rule, and that is scheduling time for our health. That's putting it in the calendar, right? We're all busy. Richard Branson, Oprah, Tony Robbins, they're all busy, 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 busy. But what you prioritize and put on the calendar happens. You can't leave success up to chance, right? What gets scheduled gets done. And I always say that to my clients. It's like, if it's not on my calendar, I don't see it, right? Then we will forget it. We will put it off. Are you guys, ask yourself, is your fitness, is your 10 to 30 minutes in your calendar? Is it mapped in there? When can you schedule it into your week? When can you put it into your day? Because even if it's not every day, it's got to be consistent, and it's got to be scheduled, because it is the golden rule for success. It's in the calendar, right? I don't want you to make excuses, right? Because we create the list of to-dos in our life. We do. And that is up to us, how we want to prioritize things that matter and have value. So if it does matter to you, you got to schedule it. You got to put it on your calendar. Because listen, you got to own it. I think that, those of us that are looking to those of us in the United States, at least, looking to the healthcare system to take care of us, you have this ability and you have this obligation almost to take care of you and take care of your health, because so many of the sickness and disease out there is preventable. Many of it is not. We freak things happening, but so much of our health relies on how much we are doing. We got to own that, and we got to put that on our schedule, right? Because a lot of people are going broke, bankrupt, and some people are dying because they don't have the health care. They don't have the ability to pay for it. And so much of that could have been prevented by just prioritizing health. And I'm going off on a soapbox right now, but you guys feel me? I hope that you do, and that you stick with committing to this just this one time in your life and knowing you can do it. You can do it. I want you to know that a lot of my students that have gone through these mistakes, and they've gone through my webinar, they've listened to me coach on this, that have gone through my beginner programs, they have found so many amazing results just feeling good, knowing that they can do it. Here's just after a recovery day. I've got all this feedback. I wish I could put it all up here for you guys to see. But just the comments about, oh my gosh, I never knew how good I would feel after foam rolling and stretching. Oh my God, my body needed this so much. I never knew. These are real people talking about stuff they've never tried that actually is changing the game for their body and for their health. These are 2 women that went through my beginner program, 21 Days to Kickstart Your Fitness, and they absolutely had these life transformations because they said, oh my gosh, this is a program I actually enjoy. I mean, when's the last time you enjoyed a program that you tried, or you were excited to keep going with it? That's what it feels like when you're doing the right program, when you're easing into it the right way, when you're avoiding all these mistakes I've been telling you in this presentation, in order to make progress and to feel encouraged and to be confident that you know what to do. You know what to do at this point, my friends. You know what you should be avoiding. Because why did you show up today? Right? Why did you show up today? Ask yourself that question. Are you ready? Are you ready to drop excuses and get started? Were you like, you know what? I need guidance. I need guidance for how I can do this. Or have you just had enough? Like, I'm enough. I'm done being tired. I'm done being lazy. I got to change my body. I got to change my health. I got to change my life today. Why did you show up today? And what's next for you now? You know what you should do. You know where you want to go. You know how you can get there. How are you going to go from where you are today to that freaking arms up in the air? I got this. I feel good. Life is good. And you didn't kill yourself. You didn't get hurt. You didn't feel discouraged. You didn't feel like a failure. You got there. Well, I have two options for you today, my friends. Number one, you can go and research and assess what is out there. I've done it. There's not that much, but there are programs out there for the newbie, and you know what you should be looking for, right? You know that you need that cardio, you need the core, you need the strength, you need the balance, you need the joint integrity, you need the recovery. You know what you need. Go out there, look for someone that you can follow, that you can hire, that you can work with, and get those key elements into your life and get started. You know what you need to do. And option number two is you can start with me. You can go through my 21 days to kickstart your fitness. That is another option for you guys, my friends. And I want to tell you what it is, because it is that complete fitness training program for the beginner. It is how I felt after I had Luca, and I said, enough is enough. There's nothing out there that is really showing me the process for a newbie to get started right and to be successful and to feel awesome and to want to keep going. And so I created 21 days to kickstart your fitness along with Pop Sugar. And we decided, let's put it out there for people that want to do it right, that want those tools. It's got the strength, the core, the cardio, the recovery, and so much more, right? And that is an opportunity that you guys have today. This is what the program includes. And I want to tell you quickly, there's just 2 more seconds, and wait for the bonus because it's so good. This is a 21-day beginner workout program. It's got a calendar of 21 days, what you should do on what day, so you know exactly what to press, where to go. And I have created this program specifically with you in mind, my friend, easing you back into it. It's not too hard too soon. It's 8 unique workouts that are 30 minutes or less. Some workouts are pretty easy, so they're about 30 minutes. Some of them might be a little more intense. They might be like more like 24, 25 minutes. But all these workouts have exercises that beginners need. None of the exercises that will hurt a beginner body. All of the things that I can put together to give you the best, strongest foundation of your body. I've also included now 2 advanced workout calendars, because I know now people go through 21 days and they're like, Anna, now what do? I want to do the workout again. I've got people that have gone through it 5 times, but they're now looking for an advanced program. So I'm reorganizing the workouts so that it's a little bit harder on their body because they're ready for more intensity. And it doesn't have to be longer workouts. They can be the same workouts, but now they're a little more intense. They're stacked differently. Guys, you get lifetime access to all of this training. It is all on our platform called Glow, and it is only $20. I'm like, what? I can't believe, but this is the beauty of things today online, and I'll go into more detail about that. Here is the link, my friends, for the program. And I'm going to tell you exactly what you're going to get here in this bonus in just a second. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to share with you the offer right here in the chat box. You're going to see, because I'm offering it for the next 24 hours. Okay? For the next 24 hours, you can get into the 21 days to kickstart your fitness through this link, and you can see it right now here in the chat box. If you click on that link, that bit.ly link, you are going to be tracked by Pop Sugar, okay? And they're going to track everyone from this webinar, everyone that listens to this replay, everyone that wants to be involved in the program, moving forward, getting started on their journey, because those of you that do, you will be guaranteed a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if we don't provide the results and the feeling and the success that I'm absolutely super 100% confident you're going to feel, and you're going to be so excited not to just do this program once, but to do the advanced program, to keep working through it, to feel the results that everybody deserves, you are going to get it. But if you don't, there's a money-back guarantee. And all you'll have to do is reference it. You've got it through this webinar. We'll have you tracked. You would get in touch with Glow, and they'll say, here you go. Here's your $20 back. But I guarantee you your $20 will be worth every single penny and every single minute. And here's the thing. for just this webinar, this special webinar, those of you that signed up and registered, listen to the recording, I'm offering a fast track action bonus, okay? Because I want to be there with you. I believe that having this ability to work with people, whether it's online or in person, is the best way to help people get the best results. And so I'm going to be hosting a private coaching group on Facebook that's called Kickstart Your Fitness. It's going to be a live coaching group, and you're going to get an invitation to join that group if you want to. So if you do sign up through this Pop Sugar link and you get the Kickstart Your Fitness program, you will get an email that gives you access into this private group on Facebook. And Pop Sugar is so excited to, allow you guys to really get this support from me. And I'm excited because I truly believe that when people have the community as well, it almost gives you that little oomph, that little support that you need to do it all the way through. And my clients that have done it with me have seen so much success. And it's so excited to offer that book for free if you want started. So here's the value that you're getting. When you join 21 Days to Kickstart Your Fitness through this webinar, you're going to get the beginner workout program. And you guys are getting an expert like myself who has gone many years through school and training with experience to design something that is going to help you get the best results as a newbie. It has 8 unique workouts. And if you were to hire a personal trainer for an hour to take you through one of these workouts, it would be at least $50. So by hiring a personal trainer, going out there, getting your program built, having them take you through it, it's over a $400 value with just the workouts that you're not only going to get once, you're going to have lifetime access to these programs, which is priceless. The advanced workout calendars is going to allow you to keep progressing through the program so that you don't just go through it once. You guys keep growing and growing and getting stronger and stronger. And then the fast action bonus, which is my private coaching, is well over $297, but hey, $297 at least. That's what my clients are paying me to coach them monthly when I'm working with them, and I'm giving them, lots of feedback on what's happening and answering questions and things like that. This is a $797 value for $20. And here's the thing. Most people might think, oh my God, you're crazy. How are you offering that? It must not be that good. It must not have that much value. Do not let the price of this program devalue at all the quality and the value that you're getting inside this course and this program. Because guys, today with online and digital products and things of that nature, we're able to make this accessible to basically anyone that actually wants to get help and wants to get started. So take that to heart and know that you guys have this opportunity right now at your fingertips to change your own life. You got to start by going to that link, getting the course, getting the program on Glow. Then check your email on Monday. You're going to get an invitation to join me in the private group. Then you're going to be able to start day one. And it's go time. That's it. It is so simple. It is at your fingertips right now, my friend, and it's up to you. So I want you to think about this right now as I wrap up. I'm going to open this up for Q&A. I tried to keep it under 30 minutes for you guys, but I went a little longer on some of my other stories. I want you to know right now that you have choice in life. And right now, it's your choice. It's your choice how you live, how you want your life to go. It's up to you. The resources are available. Whether you start with me or whether you start with something else, it's okay. Either way, I want you to choose health. I want you to decide today that you choose your health, because that means you're choosing life. That means you live a long life, a long, happy, joyful life with your family. You get to continue to serve and contribute to the world. And you get to do it with energy and stamina, so that you're not dragging around like a zombie. And I really want you to decide that now is the time, whether it's in 21 Days to Kickstart Your Fitness or whether it is simply just you getting started and going out for that walk. You know what you need to do. You know what you need to avoid. And it's time. It's your time. And so I hope you guys will take it seriously and join us. All right. So I'm going to open up the line and I'm going to enable the chat for any messages that you guys want to post in the group and ask any questions. I would love to be here to answer a few questions for the next, let's say, 5-10 minutes, depending on how many we get. If I get more than that, I'll write them down, and I'll make sure to answer them in the private Facebook group, which, I'm excited to share more inside that group for those of you that are going to do this course and get started on your fitness journey. Those of you that got so much value from this content, I would also appreciate any feedback that you have from me. Or, hey, if you didn't appreciate it, you could tell me what I can improve on, because I'm always looking to improve myself. So, my passion truly is just to educate, because I feel that when people have the information they need, they can make the best choices for their lives and for what they need and want in their life. Okay, we got a question. What advice do you have for those of us in service industries who can have issues with running out of steam? Oh, okay, so teachers, nurses, and things. So, my recommendation here is to really look at that first mistake that I talked about, and that is thinking that you've got to just spend so much time in the gym or so much time working out that, it's exhausting you. I believe that people go too hard too soon, so they're exhausted from exercise, or they feel like they don't have the time to exercise, so they just don't. So I recommend that if you really have a busy job and you're on your feet all day, you, number one, should be incorporating more recovery into your plan. So, one of the workouts that we do is called the foam roll and core. And so it's just to engage your core and to release tension in your body. So even if you just did that workout at the end of your day as a service provider, somebody that's on their feet all day, that's going hard, you need to recover more. You need to give your body that time to release the tension, to stretch the muscles. So if you're stretching every night after work, amazing. That's going to be so much benefit for you. And then if days when you're not as tired or feeling as strained from your work, maybe you add a little bit of extra walking or some core work, some light strength training. Because to be honest with you, when your body gets accustomed to one modality, like nursing or like teaching, it's tiring on the body, yes. But if you're never adding anything else to your routine, like a little bit of strength training, a little bit of recovery, a little other cardio, you're not improving your conditioning in other ways, which means you're always going to feel just as strained and tired from your work. When you get more fit, you're doing other things to strengthen your body, and you don't have to do a lot. You can do 10 minutes, you can do 15 minutes, you can, do 5 minutes of stretching. Then you're giving your body more conditioning and you're training yourself to be stronger so that when you're doing your everyday activities, they don't feel as difficult. Does that make sense? So I hope that makes sense to you guys that are just drained and strained and feeling like, oh my God, how can I exercise if I'm on my feet all day and I'm already tired? Well, I'm telling you now, if you consistently start to train your body for like 10 minutes or you start working on recovery habits, you're going to condition your body to be healthier and stronger. And then you're going to feel yourself like having more strength and more energy at the end of your day on your regular time days, okay? Awesome. I hope that really helps you. Let's see, Elizabeth, how is this program for those restarting after a period of injury recovery? This program is absolutely perfect if you are recovering from an injury, because it isn't going to, it's not going to inflame anything again. It's going to help you ease back into it and actually probably build a stronger foundation of your body as you get back to where you were. I feel that this program, Kickstart Your Fitness, is actually that type of a program that allows you to build a stronger foundation of your body, because, I trained athletes for years. And they always have to do the basics, the fundamentals. And that's what you're almost doing with your body, but on a like kind of a modified level as you're getting into it. So if you've experienced injury, there's a reason, right? And this is going to create a stronger foundation for your body to prevent future injury. And it is going to be safe for you. So there's lots of modifications for you. I hope to see you in there. Carolyn, you are already in the program. Yes, you will get an invite, my friend. Email me, just in case, Anna@AnnaRenderer.com. And I will make sure you get the email from me, okay? Marilyn, how often would you recommend switching up your exercise routine from low impact to high impact? And so this is a question that is very dependent on how long you've been training and how conditioned you currently are. Okay? Because if you've been doing a lot of low impact and you've been working on your strength and you have a lot of good joint integrity because you've been doing a lot of core work and, it's not something that your body is new to, you can add high into your program a couple days a week. And it's not going to kill you. It's not going to hurt you and create injury. I actually highly recommend that if you've been exercising and you've been in a consistent routine, that you actually do incorporate more intense exercise workouts and things of that nature so that your body starts to get that challenge. In order to change, you must challenge, right? So starting out, you can start out low impact, low duration. As you get conditioned, as you get stronger, start to add a little bit of higher intensity, right? Not every day, but you sprinkle it into your program, right? And that's what you're going to see inside 21 Days to Kickstart Your Fitness is how we do that in the advanced programs and some of the more challenging workouts. Martina, you're welcome. Thank you for this awesome presentation. Hip bursitis. Yes. So hip bursitis, inflammation is something a lot of people deal with in their wrists and their hips. They deal with, even people that are having any kind of arthritis and things of that nature. I know that this is a very sensitive thing and it's painful. And the one thing I do know is that as you strengthen and stretch your body, that you can release some of this pain in your joints. And obviously when it has to do with like the bone, it's much more difficult. But if you can support your joint better, there's less of that bone to bone or anything that might be rubbing against the joints inside, that you want to be doing a lot of recovery. You want to be doing stuff that's going to strengthen the joint area. So yes, these exercises, so important, and it will be safe for you to do, Martina. This is why I love this program, you guys. There's so much thought in this program for the newbie or for people overcoming injury, for people that need to build a stronger foundation of their body in order to continue progressing in their fitness journey. And some people, I can see them doing this program forever because it just works for them. And they don't want to go to the high impact and they don't want to go to the crazy workouts and they don't need 60 minutes every day. Like I can see it, and that's why I love it. So I hope you guys will absolutely be able to, enjoy these workouts. $20. It's a freaking steal. Sharon, you haven't addressed diet. Is there an assumption that we will automatically eat right? LOL. I love it, Sharon. Well, today isn't about eating right. It's not about diet, so I had to keep it short and sweet, Sharon. But no, it's not. It's not an assumption. Diet has a lot to do with your health, you guys, and this is super, super valuable, to consider. And inside the Facebook group, I do talk about diet a little bit. I share some of my best practices. I'm not a dietitian, but I absolutely am a guru, and I know what is good for the body, what is not good for the body. I know that when people start the fitness journey, they also slash their calories, and which is not always the best thing to do because dropping calories isn't the same as just improving the quality of your calories. So eating right versus just eating less is 100% different. I can go more into that in some of the private coaching stuff on the Facebook group. But today isn't really about diet. But thank you for asking that question, Sharon, and I value it. And I know that others need to hear it. Anybody else? Well, I hope to see you guys all in the Facebook group. I hope to see you guys benefiting from this information and continue to ask your questions. You can post them in my Facebook group on Anna Renderer, Sexy Confident Life, and you can, follow me on Instagram at Anna Renderer. If you have more questions, send me a DM. I would be happy to answer them for you guys. It's been an absolute pleasure sharing my passion for helping the newbie get started. I've been there. I feel you. I know that there is a good and healthy way for you to be your strongest, your healthiest ever. And it starts with just knowing what's right for you in the beginning and getting that successful start. So I'm excited to work with you guys. Those of you that are ready to go, choose your health, choose life, and choose today. I'll see you guys next time.